Excellent. Thank you, Ryan. Cheers, everyone. Welcome all. Very quickly, actually, I'd just like to thank Ryan and Mike for using up half my material, which I wasn't expecting, so I'm going to race through this fun now. I'd like to start off by recounting the day so far. What a fantastic venue we're lucky enough to be in today. The ceremony was great. Ryan kept his cool, which is always good to see. Nikki, you look absolutely stunning. Everyone, what do you think? Wonderful. Also, bridesmaids looking very nice. Lovely melons. We've got coming up for the starter before we tap into the main meal. Where's the photographer? I know you've been thanked already. I'm going to thank you again on behalf of my dad for giving me a day off. Dad, have you got a camera on you though? Of course you have. God, on help himself. Busman's holiday for Dad today. Alright. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much for asking me to be a best man. It's a great honour for me. For those of you who don't know me here, I'm Ryan's younger brother. We go way back, don't we? How long's it been now? So, this is the second time I've been a best man. Always the best man, never the groom. No, come on, it's not all about me. It's not about me. Some people say I'm egocentric. Enough about them. Anyway, let's get back onto this. Yeah, I'm absolutely honoured to be your best man, and it's going to be difficult for me to stand here and you know, slate my brother. Despite all the things he's done to me over the years. They do say blood is thicker than water, but if you think I'm not going to ruin you a bit, you're thicker than both. So let's get this speech underway. And I'd like to start off by saying, Ryan Harper, ladies' man. That's the first joke out. Cheers. That was a cheap shot, wasn't it, that one? Right, let's go back to the start. Early memories. Me and Ryan basically argued, bickered and squabbled about everything as kids. Growing up, we thought, you know, I would say black, Ryan would say white, that was it, we disagreed on everything. And growing up, I always felt I was missing out on stuff. Ryan did everything first. He had the first bike, he had his first paper round, he joined the youth club first, he had his first shell suit. First ponytail. Actually, yeah, think about it. Those last two, thank you very much for showing me what abuse I would deservedly receive. Shall I go down that dark path? No, but yeah, overall, pretty good childhood, I have to say. You know, growing up in Stokenchurch, always riding about on our bikes, going down to the woods, playing football, cricket till all hours. Then Ryan became a teenager. And we all know he's a drummer now, but he started off playing guitar, and one of his favourite bands was Metallica. Ryan, one of his favourite songs by Metallica is called Sad But True. Who was to know this would be a befitting summary of his teenage years? His teenage years, instead of going down the pub, he'd go down the driving range. Instead of chasing women, he chased boy racers in his car. Oh no, to be fair, you were a typical teen in some ways. Stroppy attitude, terrible hair. And one day, oh no, he's got a very untidy bedroom as a teenager, Ryan. And Mum's gone in there to tidy up. Clothes everywhere on the floor. She's gone under the bed. Oh no, what's she found? A stack of reading material. But not what you think, ladies and gents. It was a stack of Haynes car maintenance manuals. Because as we all know, and as Mike touched upon, Ryan is a massive, massive car fan. Since an early age he's had a deep affection for all things automobile. Buying cars, driving cars, fixing cars, upgrading cars. And I've got a little list here of Ryan's cars that he's had over the years. Now, I've done a pretty semi-accurate job to what I think the order of cars you've had. Right, you ready for this? Okay. Ryan has owned a Mini, a Peugeot 205, an Astra Belmont, a Toyota MR2 a Fiat Uno, Punto S, a BMW 325, a Fiat Coupe, a TV, a Camaro, a Lotus Elise, a Punto GT, a Punto HT, a Punto 1.2, a Punto JTT, a Peugeot 3, a 911, a Clio, Subaru Legacy, a Fiat Steel, a Peugeot 406, a Ford Focus, a Peugeot 36, a BMW 318, Freelander, and a Ford Mondeo! So as you can tell, Ryan has had a lot of cars. And what does that say about the man? Gets bored easily, he's indecisive, has no problem with continuously losing money. Good luck, Nicky. So, and as a result of this, as Ryan's history with cars, you know, is fleeting and random, has it been the same with his history of women? Well, I've got a similar list of Ryan's ex-girlfriends here. Just, I was glad. No, I'm jesting. Poor devil. No. As a teenager, Ryan's finesse with the ladies lacked a certain elegance. I remember this one particular time. I was about 17, and I was going out with a lovely young lady, and she phoned the house one day. I was upstairs. Ryan answered the phone, and he's answered the phone. He brought the phone up to me, knocked on my door, and he's held the phone out like this to me. And no attempt to cover the mouthpiece. Just said, "Gary, slag on the phone." Suffice to say, didn't last too long. That one. Like Ryan's car history, a couple of exes, old bangers, rusty bodywork, knackered chassis. In fact, he took one ex up to the top of the Empire State Building, and she was afraid of heights. She was clinging onto the side, and planes started to attack her. Do you know your films? No, that's a bit harsh. That is horrible. Sorry, she had a face like a Saint Bernard. Right, moving on. No, so before Nicky, lucky enough, came along for Ryan. Ryan was a long-haired, teetotal goth with big chop sideburns. Who drove around with his mates late at night, going to the driving range, occasionally pulling over to Nixon Roadworks, and then ending the night's celebrations with a slap on the end of McDonald's drive-through, 30 miles away. I never understood that. Never got that. So this odd behaviour was also duly noted the day Ryan met Nicky. Yes, they were set up on a double date by a mutual friend. And I think it went quite well. It's turned out well, but I think it went quite well at the time. Although Nicky was quoted to have said at the end of the evening, "He's a bit weird." However, over the years, she has managed to normalise my brother very successfully. He's cut his hair, he wears contacts now, he's smartened up his whole appearance. He's even started drinking. Now, he did touch on this. And, for those of you who know my brother, he's only recently started drinking. This is a revelation to me. This is a man who, before this, described any alcoholic beverage as acid on his tongue. Talking of drinking, this leads nicely onto the stag do. Fantastic time. I'd just like to say, great bunch of lads who came along. Thank you very much for making it a really fun night. We started off with go-karting during the day. Of course, Ryan being a car lover, this is what we had to do. And he beat us all, to be fair. Although, I have to say, this particular track had a lot of corners on. And it's a well-known fact. You go fast around corners if you're a bit heavier. So, do not dispute this, Ryan, because you ordered a mega burger afterwards. So, that is no lie. And of course, the go-karting fun was followed by a lot of drinking in a few bars in Birmingham. And we ended up in a lovely little club. Yeah. Cracking little place. Ryan said it was absolutely spectacular. Spectacular. Thank you. Thanks very much. Right. Okay. Yeah. So Ryan's married now. I can't believe it. My brother's married. Brilliant. Very happy for him. I said to him just after ceremony, I said, how are you going to cope with this? You ready to give marriage all you got? He said, you know what, Gaz, Nicky is like my ideal car. I said, oh yeah. He said, good looking, fine curves, panache, twin airbags. I said, yeah, that's all well and good, Ryan, but if you don't treat her right, she'll give you an unpleasant ride, start squeaking, whining, eventually lead to a breakdown, and it'll cost you a fortune to fix. serious now. I'm very, very, very happy for Ryan and Nikki. Nikki is a kind, caring, lovely girl, great sense of humour. Together they're very happy, very comfortable with each other, and it always makes me smile when I see Nikki roll her eyes at another one of my brother's terrible jokes. I'm very proud to have you as a brother, Ryan. He's loyal, he's generous, and he's given me loads of advice over the years. Not on women, there's some things I did first. As it turned out. But we all know Ryan and Nick, you've got something very special, very strong. So, and I do wish you many, many more happy years to come together. So, that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. With all my love, all my respect, my best wishes for my brother and my brand new sister-in-law. Ladies and gents, I'll ask you for one more time to join me, raise your glasses to the latest Mr. and Mrs. Harper, to Nikki and Ryan. Thanks a lot, enjoy the rest of your evening.